Okay, in this module we are going to create an Angular application. So let me create a separate directory for that, bz angular app. Let's go to bz angular app directory and let's open that in brackets. So brackets dot, and we have opened this directory. Now we see this directory is empty. Let's go and add one HTML file over here. Let's call it index.html, and let's add the basic HTML code, and let's also define doc type HTML. And inside HTML ultimately we need a body tag, and before that we need a head tag, and inside head let's go and put a title and call it being 0 Angular JS app. Now this is what a typical HTML file will look like. Now we want to create an Angular app out of this HTML file. Now the things that are required to make an Angular app is, we take any HTML, we add ng app is equal to bz application, or let's say bz app being 0 app, and inside body let's define ng controller is equal to bzctrl. So this is our controller. And now since we are making an Angular app, what we need to do is we also need to have one script included over here. So we head on to cdnjs.com, we search for angular.js over here, and we will get the angular min.js file. And when we go here and we say angular.min.js, okay, we need to go to the stable release as of today, which is 1.5.8, and from there we'll get angular.min.js. So let me copy script tag from here and let's paste that over here. So now this has we have put the bare bones of making it an Angular app. Now only thing remaining is we need to create a controller and attach it to our file. So let's create a new folder over here, and this folder we call as public. Inside the public folder let's add a new folder called JS, and in this JS folder we will put our bzapp.js file. Now this JS file will contain the Angular controller related code. So first thing we'll do is where bz module is equal to angular.module, and we say bz app is our application name, there are no dependencies, and second is we have to create the controller. So bzmod dot controller, and we say bzctrl, and we define the function which will act as controller. So let's say scope, and this is the function we are creating. And now this file has to be included in our index.js file, and make sure this is included after the Angular script has been included. So this is script src equals, we say public js bz. So now if we see our Angular project is ready, so let's try to run it and see what kind of output it gives us. So F12, and we are seeing one error over here. This error will go away if we go into our controller file, and what we should do here is we should get rid of this by putting the dependencies over here. So we say scope in single quotes. Scope is something that this function has dependency on, and we should close the square bracket over here. Now when we do this and we refresh our page, we see the error has gone and Angular min file is being loaded from the site. Now if you want to see like they have been stitched together, then we can say scope dot message equals message from controller. So if we do this, we go to our index page. Now whatever we put in the scope, we can directly access that here using two-way binding of Angular. So we can say message. So this is a binding curly bracket that we are using. So if we put message, whatever is there in the scope dot message should get printed over here. So I have saved the code. Let's go and refresh it here, and we see this is coming as message from controller. Well, so this was a full-fledged setup of our project. So we have created index.html file where we have specified Angular dependency and we have specified our own controller file. Then we have given ng app and ng controller tags in the HTML page. Now ng controller could have been defined on top level as well, so it can be defined anywhere. Even if we do that, our result doesn't change. So one last thing is there is a thing ng clock. If we attach that, then okay, sorry, we will cover that little later. Right now let's not make this thing complicated. So this is what it is.